This episode of Southeast Iowa Today is brought to you by Griner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa. Using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix it, clean it, and customize it. McDonald Boneyard of Keota, Iowa. For all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. For great food, it's your choice. Your Choice Family Restaurant of Wayland, Iowa. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come to our cruise-ins this summer on the second Tuesday of the month, June through September. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer. Fred also fixes and sells snowblowers. B&B Propane and the family of jet stops. CW Tree Trimming, LLC. We're into your trees, not your wallet. Serving all of Henry County and the surrounding area. We offer a senior citizen and veteran discount. Dutch Market and Coffee Talk of Washington, Iowa. Dutch Market can handle all of your grocery needs, and they even have a conference room that you can use for free. Coffee Talk's drive-thru is open and ready to serve you coffee, energy drinks, sandwiches, baked goods, and ice cream. They all present you the award-winning Southeast Iowa Today. Here's the author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host, John Bain.
Thank you, announcer Cody Roy of NewEnglandDukes.com for your golden pipes and wonderful introduction. Today I am in Oakland Mills in Henry County. That's the Oakland Mills Bridge. And I'm going to be talking to three folks that are doing their best to save this bridge and preserve it so that you and them and everybody watching this can come here and enjoy it. And let's get right to it. Marcy, Steve, Terry, thank you for being on the podcast today and hanging out with me in the beautiful Oakland Mills here in Henry County, Iowa. Really appreciate it. Now, right behind you, I'm just kind of showing the folks, and I'm kind of zooming. You don't have to move, Terry, but I'm just zooming in to show people that this is the Oakland Mills Bridge over the Skunk River, and there's something important that needs to be discussed regarding this, and that is saving this bridge.
That's right.
What needs to be done to save the bridge, Steve?
Well, there's a lot of work obviously needs to be done. They've had an engineer's report within the last couple of years that was given to the Conservation Board that showed that they needed to kind of restrict even further some of the capacity and foot traffic that was on the bridge. And so they made a decision to close it down. And
this was a Henry County.
Correct. Henry County Conservation Board. That would have been probably October of 23 when that happened. And I don't think there was a lot of public information necessarily on what was happening at that point in time. So there was a group of us that were kind of concerned about the fact that the bridge was shut down, and there was a kind of mini reunion down here one July evening, and somebody said, what's happening with this bridge and what do we need to do to get it open back up again?
And I said that we needed to get a committee together. We needed to get a group of individuals together and figure out a way to get this fixed.
So once you said that, Marcy, were you elected chairperson of that?
No, actually, we decided Terry was the best fit for that, and Steve's president.
Okay.
But Terry is definitely,
I do the paperwork.
Huge. She's wonderful.
All right.
Well, everybody is.
Well, I know she's wonderful. I know.
It's got to be the name.
Yeah, her last name's Bain, so that. Right. And I have to say, whenever she's been on, I always share this that Terry's husband Steve, his grandfather, and then my grandfather were cousins. So if you do the however many back and all that removed, that's how we're related. So I look, and we talked about this, Terry, before we got on camera, and it was basically, what's the bridge used for? And you say it's used for a lot of things when it's been open, like kids getting their high school graduation pictures, weddings taking place.
Yeah. There was a wedding back there, up there. We used to see things all the time. People picnicking out there. My daughter, she graduated in 22. Her senior pictures were there. My family, and that's kind of my inspiration, but my family, we used to have a cabin down here. You go That's how you get from one side to the other without having to go on the road. That's just very good connection to both sides.
It seems like it's something that this place is a tradition for a lot of families.
Yes.
No, absolutely. I remember coming down here and spending a lot of time as a kid back in the 70s and 80s. I kind of grew up on the Skunk River here. And I think there's just a lot of people that have that connection, whether they spent time on the river or came down here to fish or they camped. There's just a lot of people that have a specific memory about Oakland Mills that kind of ties them to this. It's one of our better recreation spots, in my opinion, that we have in Southeast Iowa.
And it looks like it's well kept. I mean, the lawn behind you and behind me is neatly mown, and you just look across the river. There's a shelter over there, and a little, looks like playground equipment and such, and a really neat dam situation over there. It's very scenic.
Correct. Yep. And a lot of that's just the history of what used to be here. Obviously, there's a lot to be said for just the old mills, the sawmill, the grist mill that used to be here back in the 1800s, and then you had the hydroelectric dam that was put in, and the history of that and how it was a power supply for the area for a number of years. So,
wow.
There's just. And then it ended up being a recreation area, and that's probably is one of the favorite things for people to do is come down here and fish off the dam or camp and fish. So
now, when you look at a structure, Marcy, like this one, and it's like, first of all, it's cool. It looks neat.
It's extremely cool,
Yeah.
and that's even missing one of the tiers on the top because they did take one of them out.
Oh wow! But what I was going to get at is there's safety factors that come in play right now. People are not allowed.
Not since October of 2023.
It's because the bridge is not safe at this point.
According to the Board of Supervisors, county supervisors, it is not safe.
So what is it going to take to make this bridge safe and usable again, and a valuable part of Henry County?
We think all of us entitled the north end, it needs the most work.
Okay.
And we hope that we get somebody down here to reassess pretty quickly. Steve has been in talks with somebody about coming down and reassessing what we think the top line is going to be. And it's dramatically lower than what the engineer report had stated, due to the fact we're not trying to restore it to any kind of historical value. We just want a feasible, usable way of traffic.
So what kind of money are we talking?
Well, that's one of the things we're still trying to determine. I mean, the engineer's report, when they shut the bridge down, did have some cost estimates tied to it. But like Marcy said, we think they're maybe perhaps a little overstated based on what they felt needed to be done to correct the bridge. We just want to get it opened up to foot traffic again, right? And make it safe and passable from the North Shore to the South Shore, vice versa. So we are working with another engineering group, and then we are going to hopefully get a new feasibility study here, hopefully sometime yet this year, so we can really determine the cost to get the bridge opened back up.
So in the meantime, what do you folks do as far as keeping the ball rolling in the right direction?
We are doing events. We had a fishing tournament in June, and we had over 125 people registered to be in this fishing tournament, catfish tournament. It was free fishing weekend, so we're probably going to do the same thing again next year. And then 2 short weeks later, we had a disc golf tournament, which was also a hit. We had, because Burden, I don't know if you know this, but there's 2 disc golf courses. And again, I don't know how many holes. I'm going to say the wrong thing, but there's 2 sets. One's down here and then one's on the top.
Oh.
And then we had lunch here, like a, free will donation lunch for them, which they absolutely loved it. They're wanting to do it again next year. We're just wanting to space it out a little bit further. And then we're going to come up here in September. We're going to have a fun days. They used to have them back in 1987 at Oakland Mills. There's a lot of history here. That's the thing.
There is a lot of history. I'm just going to hold up this pamphlet and kind of put it in front of the camera.
Yeah, and we had. We're going to have a fun day. We're still in planning stages on that. We're trying to get organizations like kind of like old school stuff, like the spin art, the ring toss.
Gunny sack races.
Yeah.
We're going to do fun stuff that are family oriented. That is really what we want Oakland Mills to be about. I don't need that microphone.
Yes, you do. You do need that.
But we want to bring back what we feel is the heart of Oakland Mills, and that's family.
Okay, but if you're doing all that, when are the kids going to have time to be on their tablets?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the better things about Oakland Mills is
Yeah.
you don't necessarily get great phone reception down here, but that's not a bad thing.
Right,
Just
right.
spend some time outdoors. So yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's something. So, what would you? I see all three of you have the Reserve Oakland Mills Save the Bridge shirts. Is that something the public can buy to help as a fundraiser? Or?
So they will be available. We will have them available for the Oakland Mills Fun Days. That's just one of the ideas that we've kind of came up to start to drive a little revenue. Is working on the branding a little bit and some merchandise to kind of go along with that and help promote things.
Yeah.
So
we got these donated by Wilson's Distributing. They just as a crew shirt, so when we're kind of doing our events, that they can know who to talk to about what. But yeah, and then we're going to work on more merch, stickers. We have magnets. Work on hats, shirts, basic stuff.
Okay, so my next question is, if people want to learn more about Saving Oakland Mills Bridge,
sure.
What is there a website or is there a Facebook page?
Yep, we have a Facebook page called Preserve Oakland Mills.
Okay.
And we haven't started a website yet, but that's basically where most of our information is on Preserve Oakland Mills. You can also contact Stephen Marcy, myself. Other people on our committee are Miranda Pratt, Nathan Minky, Gary and Pam Ibbotson, and then my husband Steve Bain. He helps out.
Okay.
Brenda Carver.
Oh, Brenda Carver. Yes, oh my gosh, Brenda. She is
She's
amazing.
a gem.
Yes, she is amazing.
She is the
about
donation girl.
Yes, getting the prizes and stuff, because we had the prizes we had for the fishing tournament and everything else. But we ended up with was it $1,000 in prize money for the
Wow.
It
winners?
was beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
and
impressive.
the interest. That's the thing too, because we're sitting here, all last winter. We kind of started this last fall.
August.
Yeah.
August.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have a class reunion. We're sitting here all winter thinking, okay, are people going to be interested in this? And that first thing out of the gate was just like, oh my gosh, it was just overwhelming. The things that people were just coming out of the woodwork. Oh, well, we need to do this, or we'll be there, or we'll do this and that, and it has just been amazing.
Tell me the name of the Facebook page again.
Preserve Oakland Mills.
Okay, and the reason I asked you to do that is lots of people watch this, but a lot of people listen to it. So I just gave the folks listening a chance to
Sure.
write it down that time. And while you were talking, I had your Facebook page on the screen. So people they've seen that, and the ones watching. So I wanted to catch up the ones that are only listening. So.
I get it.
So now, what's the next steps? What's the next steps for you folks?
We are waiting. Like I said, we got that original inspection report, and that company that did that was more of a historically preservation type thing, which we don't want the generally out here. We just want a car that works. We want to get from A to B. We don't need that historical accuracy. We just want fixed, and we think we've got a very good foundation. The pillars are great. The deck is great. It's just potentially the support system. So that's what we're trying to do, is just get it fixed. Yeah, on that north end there, and just get it fixed and get it going. And we are putting money in the bank. We do have others money that is pledged, but they want to see some activity first, which I get that.
Do you know what we really need? What we really need is people to put themselves in our place, and they say, oh, we support what you're doing. We love what you're doing. So come and help us do that. Yes, we don't mind doing the work, but we need more bodies.
So if you have a suggestion, you can share your suggestion, but the other thing is you might need to pick up a rake or something once in a while.
Yeah, we can always, when it comes to fundraising and events, they're pretty time consuming, not only from an execution standpoint, but just from a planning standpoint. So on the Facebook page, we regularly post when we're having meetings. They're open to the public. Initially we had some groups as large as 20 or 25 people showing up to some of the meetings, which is very encouraging. I'd scaled back a little bit now, but that's the one thing, when we say that we are having an Oakland Mills Fun Day on September 20th of this year, give us a call and see how you can get involved.
Where do you usually meet?
We usually, during the summer months, a lot of times we'll meet over here at Lulu's Landing, which has a good seating area for us, and it's open for us to be able to go ahead and use.
Gotcha.
During the winter, a lot of times we'll use the conservation office.
Or we do use the Bell Center over on the campus.
Okay.
It's at the old IWC campus. So,
Okay.
Yep. So we've got a couple of different locations. But for right now, if somebody's interested in coming down, we do have a meeting this week on Wednesday, the 23rd. And so
Okay.
6 o'clock. Anybody wants to come and join us?
Unfortunately, this is airing after Wednesday the 23rd.
Oh, well.
So
They'll catch us on the next
catch
one.
them on catch them on the next meeting. But that's okay. People will know when they do watch this. They're going to be like, "Dang, I missed it. Now I need to get on that website and make sure I'm at the next one."
Sure.
If I was from out of state and I was going to be cruising through Iowa, what would be? Give me some reasons why I should come here.
Oh, boy. To Oakland Mills itself, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just think when you take a walk around this area, you just get a great feel for recreation and outdoors, not only because of the camping and the fishing, but it's got a great nature center up at the top of the hill. And the conservation board does a very nice job of putting on events up there and sponsoring those on a regular basis. There's a disc golf course up there. There's trails to walk. And there's just a lot of historical value. I mean, the Oakland Mills area was kind of started back in the 1830s and 40s, and just kind of grew from there. And just, to me, it's just one of those, it's kind of just a gem of the area.
If you want me to be very, very blank and point blank with you, I feel like Oakland Mills is the least fabricated. That means it's very natural. You don't have a lot of artificial rise. Yes, no commercial. Thank you. And so people come down here. They come down here for a reason. It's to get away from the tablet, get away from the computer, get away from anything that's motorized, and taking their time away from actually being present in the now.
Yeah, so be one with nature, so to speak. Now, right now, the Skunk River is pretty high. We've had a lot of rain. Is this usually a pretty good fishing spot?
Oh, it's a great fishing spot. Yes. Yeah. And Marcy and I have the pleasure of living down here full time. I mean, so we're residents of Oakland Mills, I guess you could say. And it's just interesting to see the people that come down, and that's all they're really doing. They're looking at the river to see how high it is, you know.
It comes up, and we have trucks lined on both sides, people bow fishing. It's fun, and it is never not busy. There is always traffic.
And just think how much more fun it could be if you could be on that bridge.
Correct.
And that's your
the
goal.
whole point.
Yeah.
South Shore attendance has gone down because, one, they had a dump station issue. That has been rectified. Now we want the campers to come back, but we need the bridge so that they come back and forth. Otherwise, they have to go across where the cars are passing.
Yeah.
Not very safe.
Not very safe, and people just don't want to do that.
No,
Right.
it's
Not
out
when
of the
there's
way.
a beautiful bridge. I'm going to zoom in on it
Please
because
do.
it's really cool, and connects the south up here to the north.
They spent so much money to put lighting on there, and they put tables up there. So why not keeping up?
And when you say they, do you mean the county or who?
I think the Friends of Conservation helped
Okay.
with a lot of the lighting and
believe
some of those
so.
other accessories for the
Okay.
bridge.
Yeah.
But
But I think it needs to be a combined effort with conservation, Friends of Conservation, Preserve Oakland Mills. We're trying to make it so we all work together a lot more.
Well, when you get talking about those different entities, of course, you throw in the taxpayer dollars at
Sure.
that point. Have we convinced the taxpayers that may be watching right now that this is worthy of saving?
It's not really a taxpayer issue. I mean, it is obviously, but money's tight for everyone, and that's kind of what started this problem in the conservation. Because in the organization in charge of the bridge is the Henry County Conservation Board, and so supervisors had to cut their budget, which we get that, but so we're kind of filling in the gaps, or trying to, and they had to put their funds and their resources. I think they're down to 2 full-time people, and then they also have a naturalist and stuff like that. But they used to have a man force of several people, and now they're cut down. So we're just trying to fill in the gaps and work together with that. So
And we really need to stress that you're not asking for
No.
tax dollars.
no,
You're
No.
just looking for
Yeah.
private donations
Correct.
and private fundraising.
correct. And like Marcy mentioned, working together. Conservation board. There's another group down here, Friends of Conservation in Henry County is their name. They do float trips. They put lights on the bridge. They do bees and stuff. They just built a shelter at the Stevenson Park down by Lowell. So there's all kinds of things that they're doing, but we're trying to focus on Oakland Mills and the bridge. And, and people say it a lot of the time. People will say, well, what if you don't get the bridge fixed? I'm like, well, that thought didn't even enter our head. We're getting
You're going
bridge,
to get it fixed.
And then we went with Preserve Oakland Mills, because once that's done, then there's other things around here too that we can keep up to. Work with the other organizations that are already here, but just work together and get things done and continue. And it's kind of exciting too, because this year we were down like Memorial Day weekend. That campground was full, and they've got the dump station back up and going again. So it's just working together with all these organizations.
So when someone camps here, is there like a fee to
Yes,
camp there?
yeah.
And who do they reach out to for that?
Well,
Conservation Board and My County Parks online.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very good, very good.
Or they can definitely call the office at
Yes.
the Inter-County Conservation.
Yes.
Okay.
Either one.
Steve, if there was one thing I should have asked either you or Marcy or Terry that I didn't about this, what would it have been?
Oh gosh, I don't know if we covered a lot of information. I guess it's more just about people understanding that we definitely think that this is a very doable project, right? With the right support from the community. I know that we can put the fundraising together and get the money that we need in order to complete it. I know some people may be a little hesitant because we don't necessarily have a good cost estimate right now, but we'll get that nailed down soon enough. And in the meantime, it's just driving awareness. We don't want to lose interest in this or have people lose interest. It's not one of those things where, when somebody going 6 months down the road, well, hey, what's going on with that bridge thing that they were doing? Well, we know we want to try to keep it out in front of everybody until we get it completed. There's no real timeline. I think we might have talked about what that timeline looks like. And I don't know that we have one per se. As long as we know that we're making progress on a regular basis,
Moving in the right direction
towards our goal, we just want to see it through to the end.
All right. Well, I wish you all the best of luck. I know Marcy had to take off with a little guy, so I thank her for being on as well. As time goes by, I'd like to have you all on again, and we can give updates and such. And at this point, I'm looking at my timer, and we're at 20 minutes and 15 seconds of podcast excellence. So,
Excellent.
so we're going to wrap it up there. And Marcy, you're back. So I want to just tell everybody that I already told everybody thank you for you being on, but I wanted to thank you in person.
Well, thank you, John. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to us.
It was my pleasure.
Broadcast us. Thank you.
Will do. Thank you again to Marcy, Steve, and Terry for being on the program today and sharing with us the importance of getting this bridge fixed right here so that you can enjoy all of that right there that connects the north to the south of the Skunk River here in Oakland Mills. Thank you for watching. Thanks to my sponsors, Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Your Choice Family Restaurant, Girling Repair, B&B Propane, and the family of Jet Stops, CW Tree Trimming, LLC, Dutch Market, and Coffee Talk. I'm your host, John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.